It's supposed to be relaxing.
Mm. I love your music. It sounds very nice too. It's very relaxing.
Good. Actually, people don't always realize that acupuncture is a very relaxing therapy. They come in and they think, you know, needles, and they don't realize that it is incredibly relaxing, and that, you know, when you lay here with the needles, because I'm gonna now let you rest for about 20-25 minutes with these needles in, that it's incredibly relaxing, and oftentimes people fall asleep with the needles in.
Mm.
So I'm going to turn out the lights now and let you relax for about a half an hour, a little less than half an hour, and then I'll come back in and we'll take the needles out. Perfect. Okay, are you fine?
I'm perfect, thank you.
I'm going to turn out the lights.
I understand that it's the best thing for you is just to relax. See you in about 20 minutes.
How are you doing?
Oh, great.
Good. Well, here's where I take the needles out.
Okay. And then you use the Q-tip.
Use a Q-tip. So we're never touching the skin.
Right. And I see you have a biohazardous.
Right. These always go into the sharps container. They're never used again.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so we use a sharps container. And they get disposed of.
You don't even feel when you take them out at all.
No, no, you really don't. So, how are you doing? How do you feel after the treatment?
I feel great. I had a little bit of a sensation going up my legs in a small way, and I just breathed and let it do its job.
Good.
Which is, I'm sure, what the needles are doing, and just relax and just
good.
breathe and let
Well,
it go.
do you have any questions?
Well, in regards to, you know, this type of treatment, how often would you say that someone has to come in and see you?
But generally, I say once a week, but other acupuncturists may say more frequently, some say less frequently. It's a matter of kind of how they practice.
Okay.
And a lot of times patients want to know how many treatments that this is going to take.
Sure.
And my answer to them is always that it varies from patient to patient. First of all, because of your general health, but also everybody heals at a different rate. And so what we're doing with these needles is stimulating your body to heal itself. And how quickly that happens depends on you and your individual kind of health condition and, you know, your constitutional health.
Right, and what a great mindset to have your body heal itself.
It's doing itself.
Yes. So, and I know acupuncture is kind of thinking out of the box for a lot of people.
Right.
So
it feels a little bit risky sometimes for people, but it is safe, it's natural, and it's effective. It really does work.
Yeah. And what better way to have your body heal itself?
Right.
Because then you don't have to continue to go back to the doctor. And that's
correct. Correct. And a lot of times people will come because they don't want to have surgery or they don't want to be taking medications with side effects and that sort of thing. So oftentimes this is a great way to achieve that.
Right. Wow. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great. And the treatment was fabulous.
Wonderful.
And I feel wonderful and inspired, and it's all good. So we'll see you back at the studio. Okay. Bye now. I would like to have you talk a little bit about your book.
Well, I wrote the book actually for my patients.
Okay.
It wasn't like, I have this book inside of me, but I found myself explaining Chinese medicine. When somebody comes in and we're treating something, they're really interested. I mean, that is the time during their first couple of sessions with me that they're just fascinated by this. And so I found myself really explaining it kind of over and over and over again. And at some point, one of my patients said, you need to write this down.
Right.
So that's what I did. It's a very simple explanation of the fundamental concepts of Chinese medicine. It came also from a place where, before I had studied acupuncture and Chinese medicine, sitting in my practitioner's treatment room and looking at the wall charts and being incredibly interested, but knowing nothing about it. So
that was
that's
great.
Where it came from.
You took that perspective.
Right, right.
Even now you're the professional and you're the licensed, you know what it was like to be sitting in that waiting room.
Well, and it is so interesting, but oftentimes, you'll find these books and they're, hundreds of pages long, and they get very complicated, and at a certain point, and this has been my experience, at a certain point it's just like, it's too much information.
Right.
But what I've attempted to do in the book is to describe Chinese medicine in the simplest way possible so that people can understand it, and to take some of the mystery and the foreignness out of it.
You did. You presented it so well, and to me it just fell into place and made sense, and everything you described was very, very explained very well, along with me understanding it and also wanting to come in and see you for that reason.
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I feel like I've done my job then.
Exactly. But I was reading things to my husband, and so then when it was my turn to drive, we were driving to North Carolina, and when it was my turn to drive, he took the book out and started reading.
Oh, that's
so
great.
It was great that you present it both to male and female, and the way that it's written, and it sounds like you can hit all age groups on this, and so to help them understand a little bit more about themselves and their body too.
Well, thank you. And actually, yes, acupuncture and Chinese medicine is for all age groups. I see a lot of older people coming in who have been very disappointed with Western medicine, where they haven't found relief for one reason or another.
And told they have to live with it, I'm sure.
Exactly, exactly. So they come to acupuncture as a last resort. Right. But I've also seen teenagers and kids, some kids as young as 7 or 8, come in for acupuncture because their parents don't want them to be taking medications for the rest of their lives, or for whatever reason they want their kids to be healthy in a natural way. So it is really for everybody of all ages.
Okay. Now, is this something that maybe some parents that are told that their children need to get put on Ritalin?
Yes, I think that it's absolutely an option for parents to try if their kids are hyperactive or have attention deficit. Absolutely, yes. Okay,
that's good. So it sounds like people should pursue you, and you can go ahead and give out your website, Lynn Jaffe. And she's at www.acupunctureinthepark.com.
Correct. Thank you.
Yes. And I'm Tina Rosenquist, and Knowledge for Wellness, and this is www.knowledgeforwellness.com. And please take time to visit my other shows on Knowledge for Wellness to help your understanding. And I hope we have provided you more knowledge to benefit you and your loved ones. So until next time, be well. Goodbye.